I wanted to make a video to talk about how people um, kind of aren't ready to accept that they are the ones creating their story. And I know we hear that a lot about like people like you're your own, like you're in charge of your own destiny, like you write your story, blah, blah, blah. But I think that people are literally creating every second of their reality and they don't realize what that is and how they're doing that. But the unfortunate thing is that people are so deep in the uncontrollable reality that they created that it's kind of hard to get out of it. But I don't know, it's just like I've been taking baby steps for like the past 5 years to kind of get out of like what I learned to be a true reality and learn to be um real life whenever it's not like you're not forced to live how you're living. I don't know, like you're really not. Like I don't know. I used to work at a bank for 4 years up until last November, and it like I was advancing in my career and I thought I was taking steps to like really give me a good future, like make create a safety net just in case, but then I realized that like I was dedicating all of my time, like over 40 hours a week, to ensuring that safety net and that retirement is there. So I'm not even living my life. Like I was just like, why am I working at a bank right now? Like doing this to myself. Like I don't know. I've just always been like it was just always that mindset. Like both my parents were always just like, you have to work, you have to get a good job, like find a good person to work for, like all this stuff. And then it's like there's actually this whole group of people out there that does not even think about working for people. Like there's just like that's not even on my agenda. Like what do you mean you have to work for someone? And I'm just like I didn't realize how real that was until I just started thinking about it. Like I went to a convention over the weekend that had like um a couple like I went to a yoga class in the morning and then there was like a guest speaker that wrote a book that Matt has listened to like a couple times, and I just like really resonated with what they were saying, and I was just like what I'm trying to create for myself isn't possible without making my own money, like without doing my own thing, because it's just it's just impossible. I was like literally like there was a point whenever I was like 18, I was working like 70 hours a week, making like whenever minimum wage in Missouri was like 7.25, and it's like you cannot like that's a whole different problem for the entire world is like what is the okay standard of living. But like right now it's so the bar is set so low, like you're expected to just go work for someone and have a piece of their money whenever you could be creating something and giving out pieces of your money. Like I don't know, I just think about how like I was doing this Ultimate Thriver competition and like trying to like win this grand prize of $50,000 and like all this stuff, and I like had this awesome transformation and I like really gave like 110%. But like at the end of the day, like what would that have done for me? Like what would that $50,000 have done? Like I would have paid off my car and remodeled my house a little bit. Like okay, then what? Like I can't just keep going and like working out. Like I mean, obviously I'm gonna work out every day, but like I mean, like I'm not just gonna keep finding workout competitions to make my money. Like it's just like there's like bigger things out there. And then I just think about like how well I've done in business, like as far as like working my way up to the top of like whatever the promotion is. Like I've worked in retail, I've worked in food, like I was in finance, like it's all like working your way up. And then like you can be like a star employee, but then like it's just like those memes you see on like Facebook and stuff. It's like the people who don't are like, what is it, the squeaky wheel gets the oil or something like that. Like the like the people who are like, you know, not really doing that great and just like kind of not taking it seriously, whatever, they're like, you know, friends with the boss and like everyone is like having a good time and like you're just there trying to like really hustle and make money, and it's just like you're actually just kind of in like a little sitcom where where there's like a cap to how much money you can make, and it's like, ooh, we gotta really kill these sales goal today, guys. And then it's like when you're on conference calls, it's like every manager is just giving like a bullshit answer about like what they're doing to meet their sales goals. Like we just don't do things how we used to. And I mean, like how we used to do things was only a phase two. So it's like, you know, there's no like set way. I don't know. It's just like, moral of that story is like the reality that I used to live in was disconnected completely from this like reality that I've created myself. And I just look back and I'm just like, what an unfortunate situation that like so many people still find that to be true, still find that to be comfortable. Like no, I have no idea where I'm going or what I'm doing like in a month or a year or 10 years from now, but I have an idea. Like I know what I'm committed to, and I know like the parameters that I want to live by, you know, and I'm just like, you know, feeling that. And it's just like, how deep do possibilities go? Like it's really like, I don't know, you know, whenever you're a kid, like the adults are like telling you like nothing's impossible, like you can do whatever you want, like whatever you believe in. And it's like people talk about that stuff and they don't even realize what they're saying. And then the people listening don't even realize what they're hearing. And it's just like, I don't know, everyone, even honestly, like I'm not like, I don't believe in organized religion. I'm like a very spiritual person, but like every religion teaches that God is everywhere, you know, God is everything, like God is creation. And I just feel like that makes so much sense to me on just like an individual human level. Like you can't give power away that was like, you know, built into you. Like you're a spiritual and physical machine, you know, there are ways that machines operate. Like there is a way about things, you know, and these religious texts were given to us to show us the way. But then, you know, you start ignoring those base morals of like, stop judging, like no matter how simple it is, like, anytime you're not looking inward, anytime you're looking outward and expressing, you know, your opinion on something that's, you know, outside of, you know, what makes sense to you, that's judgment. So the first step is to just open your mind and close down the judgment. You know, you just can't, you don't know everything, you know, no one does. And until you realize that you don't know everything, but you are capable of anything and you can create whatever you want, you know, it's like the stepping stone is to just admit to yourself, just to release that feeling of like, I have to know. You don't have to know. Like you can be a positive person, a positive example. You can be a good light bringing person into people's lives. Like, you know, any negative thought, just any negative thought, you know, like I was saying, the brain's the body, the physical body, it's a machine. So, you know, we have pathways in our brain. You know, we know that brains work a certain way. We know that the most traveled paths in the brain are the easiest. So the problem there is that, you know, we don't start as fully conscious, fully aware of what all of this is when we're born. You know, we don't understand all of this. So we're taking it in and we're learning. We're learning over the years, we're growing, we're, you know, doing our thing. Our parents are teaching us lessons. The only problem is that every lesson isn't, you know, your parents, just because they're your parents, doesn't mean they have everything figured out. You know, like no one has everything figured out. But then you look to, you know, religious leaders or like government leaders for the answers, and it's like your brain is taking all this information in, and before it even knows what it's doing, you know, it's created this whole world. And this is why so many of us live with our parents' beliefs, and, you know, we just stay where we are, because I think that some people think that, you know, if I exercise too much control over my reality, then somehow that's going to offend God, you know. But I think that you just have to kind of know that you know what's best for yourself. Like, you know how the world works. You know how your reality works. Like you can't just be like, oh my gosh, like God is protecting me and the devil is after me. Like, unfortunately, and this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a really tough one for you. But unfortunately, you are God and you are the devil. You know, that's the reality. Like, you're given a conscious mind, you know, to bring positive vibes to the world, to bring, you know, to care for nature, to sustain the earth, to make sure that you can spread as much love and peace so that everyone can just live, you know, to, if you will, bring heaven on earth. So the other part of that, though, is there's, you know, the negativity, and some people give it different names, you know, but everyone understands that concept of evil. But you just have to, you know, you're just gonna have to accept that you're creating negativity, you know. That's, you can't, like, you're gonna have to stop. You're just gonna have to stop creating negativity. That's just how it is. Like there's just every single, like, think about your thought process. Think about the thought process here. So you want to do something, okay? You like really, you think something would be really cool to do, like something that maybe you've never tried before, and you're just like, that seems like something that I would want to do, but I'm not really sure, but I would really love to try it. And then all of a sudden, you know, something happens, like some sort of distraction comes in, and then all of a sudden there's a little bit of negativity, like, yeah, but that, I have never done it before. And then it's like, okay, like, then people are gonna say something, and then, oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna like do weird stuff at first. Like, oh my gosh, every time I try something new, it's weird. Like, and then I get uncomfortable, and then I get nervous, and then I lock up, and then people are like laughing, and I like have no idea what's going on. And it's just like, okay, now we're not doing it anymore. We're done. Cool. We exercise our creation. We just created. That's great. You know, we just created this negative reality. It's fantastic. We don't do anything. We just sit here. That's cool. And then, you know, being confident is a very powerful thing. You know, that's kind of where the reality is created, I guess, is through confidence. So, you know, there's negative and positive confidence. People can either flock to you because you're negative or flock to you because you're positive. Or if you want to sit on the sidelines and not do anything, then no one's going to flock to you. So make the choice, create the reality, just give it a try. Just, you know, let's not judge, and let's not call this anything except for, you know, self-confidence. Let's call this positive self-confidence. And everyone just try to positively reinforce their mind. Let's just go on a journey. Let's go on like a 5-day journey. And just, you know, for 5 days, let's just practice positive reinforcement, you know, like something that I had to work on whenever I get like anxiety, things build up, and then all of a sudden you're identifying as, you know, all of these negative things, and then like you are anxiety. And something that I like, that a negative pathway that I kind of realized my brain enjoyed was that I'm a bad person. And I'm just like, for so many years, I'm just like, I would have these like anxiety attacks, and like after social situations, I'm like telling myself like, you know, you already know you're a bad person, just like let it go. Just like, and that was kind of my comfort. And the thing that I kind of used to help calm myself down was just the acceptance that I'm just, you know, a bad person. So it's, at the end of the day, I'm just, you know, not one of those good ones. So I just have to move on. But, you know, that's a piece of the journey. That's, you know, how could I speak so confidently about the power of your mind if I didn't have experience with that power? You know, if I didn't create a negative world for myself, and if I didn't create, you know, these challenges for myself. And, you know, obviously I'm thankful that I had the tools at the time to navigate them. But at the end of the day, it's all up to you. It's all yours. It's all under your control. You know, let's just be positive just for a few days, see how it works. Stop yourself anytime you notice the negative, you know, anytime you're saying, oh, I'm a bad person, you know, you're not a bad person, you know. I don't get, like, some of you, I know there's at least one person watching this that I would look at and be like, holy shit. Like, I know, but I also know that you hear what I'm saying. Like, I know that there's always something in there that can come forward. And I think that that's kind of the first step is, am I going to commit or not? Am I going to stop being negative or not? You know, sometimes no, sometimes listen, at the start of my journey and at various points throughout the journey, sometimes you feel like, yeah, fuck it, I'm so done being positive, you know, like I'm so done with this positive mindset, and I'm like, I just want to be negative right now. I just want to do negative things. And like, you know, you just have to observe your negativity and just say like, hi negativity, like I see you. And like, I know that it's been real fun over the years to kind of just like self-destruct and explode. But the thing is, I actually don't enjoy that anymore. So I'm actually not going to do that. And then you just sit and see what happens. Just see what happens. Just sit there when you're about to explode. Just sit here and just say, no, I'm not going to do it. Just, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to sit here. Just sit there for a few minutes. Enjoy that freaking roller coaster that happens. Like, you know, your brain's gonna, it's like putting a freaking, like a rabid dog in a cage, you know, like normally you just let the dog go fucking run around and it's like crazy and like, you know, whatever, you have to catch it and put it back in the cage, like whatever. But like, just leave it in the cage. Just see what it does in the cage. See what it does in the cage, you know. I bet it's gonna do some crazy shit, but I bet if you don't feed into it, and if you just sit there and you create the positive, let the dog go crazy, you know, let it go crazy. But I bet in a different room where that dog's cage isn't present, where there's, you know, a nice fluffy couch with a nice fluffy dog on it, you know, the positive light in your mind, all the things that you just enjoy being in, you know, just close the door on the dog. Just let that rabid, not rabbit. Oh my God, over the hedge. Just let the dog go. And, you know, give that positive little puppy some attention. That's just been chilling there. That's been, you know, snuggling on your couch, waiting for you to pet it. And then you were in there dealing with the crazy dog. Like, just take a second for yourself. Just get past that. Let it happen. Sit there. Try it for a few days. try to observe for a few days. What's gonna happen when I observe? I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see. I mean, I'm doing it too. Honestly, like 100%. I'm on the same journey. It's like a circle. The reason I'm making this video, actually, I'll have to like go into it. Like, I'll have to go into another thing, but like, I found the yoga teacher that I had this weekend, making a full circle back around. Her name's Sarah Sampson, and I found some of her videos online, and I'm just like it's hitting the spot, and I'm just like, wow. Like, I don't know. Everything's a big, you can have positive circles, negative circles. Just be in your circle. You know, it's up to you. You picked a circle. Like, I can't make it any more clear. Tell yourself whatever you want to tell yourself, but it's up to you. You know, you're the one telling yourself that. It's you. You're telling yourself. You are. That's your mind, your voice. You're getting, you know, where the spiritual people out there, you know, you feel the messages from, you know, your creator that you believe in. You know, you feel that stuff. I know you know exactly what I'm talking about, but what do you do? How are you interpreting it? You know, that's up to you. That's you. You're the one giving it the names. You know, you need to be real secure in what you're feeling. You know, you have to know. You can't just be giving it names you've heard before, like, oh, this must, no, like, whatever. No, it's not. It's you. So you need to do what you want with it. You know, you get those, any, you know, anxiety feelings, intuition feelings, like, you know, gut feelings, whatever we want to call it, messages, you know, it's you. You're interpreting. It's your time. You know, you're here. Come on. Let's interpret. Let's go. Like, we're making good stuff out here. So that's pretty much all I have to say, I guess, for now. But I don't know. You just don't be on the sidelines when we're out here creating our realities, guys. Like, come on, let's create together. It's a circle. There's room for everyone in my circle. I mean, come on. We're good. So